Hi, my name is Trevor Woolfson from Wolfblade, South Africa. I'd just like to welcome all the new RWL34 club members. I will be one of your mentors and I'll be teaching you all my tricks and tips on how to get that perfect monochrome polish using RWL on your blades. Hi, it's Trevor again from Wolfblades, and today we're going to be discussing what goes into a perfect polish for RWL34. Okay, stage one, you're going to cut out your basic shape of your blade, do all your basic grinds using your belts to get a rough finish. So you're going to have something that looks like this. I use this orbital sander to get through all the deep scratches using a 240 or 280 stone. That would be how you would get rid of those deep scratches in the beginning. This is my tips for sanding tools. Take some nice old pieces of wood, quite soft, it'll always help make a few contours on the different sides. And then you would take this and cut strips of sanding paper and just hook it over like that, and you're going to have yourself a nice sanding block. Using your wooden tools with your sandpaper, you're going to just get all those fine scratches out and get a nice smooth even surface on your areas that you're going to be using and seeing once your blade is done. These type of areas down the bottom where you're going to be doing your grinds, don't worry about sanding those out, you're just going to be wasting a lot of your time. Once you've finished your rough sanding, I would leave it at this stage probably around a 320 grit. Once we start the heat treating envelopes and you heat treat, you're going to be left with the slag afterwards, which you're going to have to then sand off again. When doing your stainless steel envelopes for your heat treatment, make sure you squeeze as much of the air out as you can to eliminate as much of the slag build-up from the heat treating process as possible. Hi, Trevor again from Wolfblades. Today we're going to discuss what the best abrasives are to use with your RWL and to get those scratches out and to achieve that mirror polish. My suggestion and tips would be rather learn one brand like a Klingspoor or the more reputable brands that are out there, and then rather just keep using those papers and abrasives until you work out the best way you get the best results from those abrasives are. Once you common with it, you'll find your work will go a lot quicker and you're not chopping and changing, that you're getting different characteristics from different papers and abrasives that are just putting you back. So keep with the single brands and learn how to use them properly. Okay guys, we're now out of the heat treating cycle. I've taken the blades out of their stainless envelopes. There was very little oxygen in there, very little slag from our pre-sanding that we had done prior. So there shouldn't be too much work taking this discoloration out. As I make razors, I'm going to do the hollow grinds now, and then I'm going to show you my tips and techniques on breaking this big elephant down and putting a full monochrome polish on this razor. Now, using the little wooden tools that I showed you guys in a previous episode, these are shaped in all the contours that fit my angles and hollow grinds perfectly. So when you strap your water paper over, you're going to get a perfect fit on where you're sanding to keep your lines and your bevel lines perfectly sharp and crisp. This is a 280 grit, so you're going to stick with your 280 grit until all the scratches are out. Don't leave one. You're not going to be able to chase it at a later stage. Make sure all your scratches and marks are out, and also just feeling with the tips of your fingers, you'll be able to feel if there's any high or low spots. This is the time you get these marks and high spots and that out. Okay, I'm finished with the 280 sanding. I've made sure you can actually feel if there's any high spots or low spots. I've made sure all the belt sanding marks are out at this stage. This line is very sharp and crisp. You're not going to be able to chase scratches on a higher grit sandpaper, so make sure all these marks are out at this stage. Okay guys, I'm back. We've done the 280 on both sides of this blade, making sure there's no ripples or reflections, because that's going to pop out when you do that mirror chrome polish. So if there's any uneven surfaces here, you're definitely going to highlight it when you get to that finer grit. How much 280 paper was used for both sides? Quite a bit. So there's no quick solution here. Take your time, make sure there's no scratches anymore, make sure all those grind marks are out, because now we're going to start on the finer grit sandpapers, and it's impossible to chase scratches going forward. So now that everything is out, we're going to start on a 320 paper. Okay, we're on the 320 grit now. This is done without the wooden tools, because we're just taking those fine scratches off now. We're not removing much material at all. So this is folded over on your finger and just light sanding in long, even strokes, not to get little hot spots or things like that. And we're just going to be removing the previous sandpaper marks, no more scratches. So this is done also putting very little pressure. You're just removing the top surface. Okay guys, now we're up to the 600. Same thing, just using the pressure of your finger to get rid of the 320 light scratches that were made by the previous paper. Also same direction, not opposite direction. And then also good, nice, long, even strokes. From your 600, we're going on to a 1200 now. Same thing, just light, long, even strokes. All we're doing is removing the fine scratches from the 600 grit, and I can already start seeing the finish on this starting to really shine up now. Okay, we're on to the 1500 water paper now. Getting rid of all those 1200 sanding marks. Just nice, soft, not too much pressure. Just long, easy movements, and just work until you get rid of all those 1200 scratches. Okay guys, we now to 2000 grit. 2000, we're just removing all the 1500 grit scratches, and I must say this edge is really looking good. Like I said in the beginning, just concentrate on small areas at a time. Just the blade, don't worry about the rest of the stuff. We're going to break that elephant up and get to the rest of the blade as we go along. Okay, we've done the one side now. It's got the 2000 grit sandpaper. This is still the 320. So we're going to get to the other side right now. Okay, so we've done these two sides now. keeping small areas. I've literally only done the two sides of the blade. I'll get to the rest of the blade, breaking up the big elephant short. Okay, I've finished up with the 2000 paper just on those two areas now. I've only done the two side blade areas with the 2000 water paper. You can start to see nice reflection coming through now. This will all be prior to the actual polishing of the blade. Starting to look really good now. Okay guys, we've done the two polished areas on the blade, and I'm going to start to remove the slag off this area here now, and just breaking the big elephant down like before. So we're going to be doing the back side, the inner sides, the spine, and then we'll hit the polishing machine. Okay, here we go guys, all the hand sanding done. It's time to hit that polishing machine, and I'll show you my tricks on how to use that buffing machine. Just how much sandpaper gets used. So there is no quick way to getting a mirror chrome polish. It's just a lot of patience. Okay guys, here we are at the buffing machine. Unipole, just get a nice lot of unipole on the wheels, and we start buffing. And also there's no need to put a lot of pressure here. The unipole is going to be doing the polishing, not your amount of pressure that you put on. And the more pressure you put on, you can actually get a grinding wheel burn. But you don't want to get any discoloration or anything like that on the blade. So this is going to be buffed for a couple of minutes. I'll show you guys what it's going to look like now. Okay guys, a full day of work in the workshop now, but finally got a finished product here using RWL34 and a mirror chrome polish. You don't get a better finish than that.